guys, welcome to Code with Sony. In previous video we have discussed in detail how to use classes in Python. Today we are going to discuss an important topic, that is list. Okay, what is list? A list is a tool that can be store multiple pieces of information at once. It can also be defined as a variable containing multiple other variables. A list consists of a no paired with items. In this video, we will learn everything about Python lists, how they are created, slicing of a list, adding or removing elements from them, and so on. Python offers a wide range of compound data types, often referred to as sequences. List is one of the most frequently used and very versatile data type used in Python. How to create a list? In Python programming, a list is created by placing all elements inside a square bracket. Let's show it in program. For example, an empty list. Empty list. I am choosing a variable like mylist equal that it. This is my empty list. Now list of integers. A list that only contains integers. Mylist equal 1, 2, 3. These all elements separated by a comma inside the list. A list with mixed data types. That is my list. First integer, then a string and a float variable. Also, a list can even have another list as an item. This is called a nested list. For example, nested list, my list equal 1, hello, 1, 2, 3, and 8, and 0.9. This is also a list. A nested list is when you have another list within a list. Now, how to access elements from a list? Just like an array. I'm considering a list of my name, for example, character O N I. From accessing list, we need an index that can denote that which element we want to access. Just like we can use the index operator, these curly brackets or square brackets, to access an item in a list. Index start from 0, just like an array. So a list having 5 elements will have index from 0 to 4. Here I have 4 elements, so my index, let's say index starts from 0 to 3, which contains 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 items. Let's say I have to access an integer a character that is O. For that, print my list, the variable which I have used to create a list, index 2, that is 0, 1, 2. I'm accessing n. Here you have seen that n has been printed. If I 0 s, alright, within the square bracket only integer can be used for indexing, not like 0.1. It will create an error type. List index must be integer or slices, not float. 0, and this will print s. If I want to access two elements within a same list, yes, this can be done by nested indexing. For example, 1. See what happens. Oh, string index out of range. Why? Because I have a list of all characters. If I have a list like this, first comment it, otherwise it will give an error. Comment it. My list equal happy, a string. For next indexing, we have a nested list. 0, 1, 5, and so on. Print my list 0, 1. See what happens. A. Have you seen that? A prints from happy. This concept has been created that I have a list in which I have another list. Alright, when I assigned a 0 index, that means a list will notices that a string variable that have a word happy, and this index will choose a character from first element like happy, then an A. If I 3, yes, this is P. Alright, let's replace it. See what happens. Yes, 5. Alright. Now if I want to do a negative indexing, Python allows negative indexing for its sequences. The index -1 reference to the last element, -2 to the second last, and so on, like 0, 1, 2, 3, and -1 refers to the last element, this element. For example, alright, create a simple list. And -1, see what happens? Yes, a 5. -2, the second last element. Negative indexing indicates the reverse of the list, that it prints from backward. -3, yes, 0, and -4. 2. Alright, negative indexing starts from -1 and positive indexing starts from a 0. Other than indexing or accessing elements from a list, how to slice a list in Python? If you have a wide list, a long list, and you have to slice it in a pieces, how can we do it? Let's see it. We can access a range of items in a list by using the slicing operator, that is colon. Simple colon. My list equal, for example, program program. Alright. And I just want to print some of the elements. Then how I can do it? Print my list. Now I am not using an index. I am just ranging my list from this to this. For example, I want to print rock. Then let's say 1, 2, 3. Invalid syntax. Because for indexing or ranging, we must use a square bracket. See, if I change it to 4, yes, rock. Because 0, 1, 2, 3. Alright, you can use a range to slice your Python list. Slicing can be best visualized by considering the index to be between the elements as shown. So if you want to access a range, we need to index that will slice that portion from the list. Other than slicing or accessing or creating a list, there is another important concept: how to change or add element to a list. Lists are mutable, meaning their elements can be changed unlike string or tuple. We can use assignment operator to change an item or a range of items. For example, mistake values like mistake values, an odd list containing 2, 4, 6, 8. And I just want to change the first item other than 2. Odd 0 equal 1. Alright, then print odd. 1, 4, 6, 8. I have replaced 2 by 1. We can add one item to a list using append method or add several items using extend method. For example, we have a list 1, 3, 5. Or odd dot append 7 1 3 5 and 7. We can also use plus operator to combine two lists. This is called concatenation. Plus operator for concatenation and a static operator repeats a list for a given number of times. Alright, let's say we have a same list and we want to add 3 more elements. How can we do it? We can do it by print odd plus another list, say 9 5 7. Yes, we can do it. First, I have to add a previous list that I have already have, then a new list by using plus operator. Okay, if I have this list, okay, and I want to print it multiple times other than for loop, how can I do it? Re static 3. Yes, it will print it 3 times. Furthermore, we can insert one item as a desired location by using the method insert, or insert multiple items by squeezing it into an empty slice of a list. For example, odd equal 1 and 9. Odd dot insert 1 3. Print odd 1 3 9. And if odd 2 colon 2 equal 5 and 7, print odd 1 3 5 7 and 9. Yes, it's pretty cool. Through insert or insert multiple items by squeezing it into an empty slice of a list. Other than adding, how we can remove or delete elements from a list? We can delete one or more items from a list using the keyboard del, like here, press del and it will delete. Other method is that it can even delete the entire list. For my list, let's say Sony, delete one item, then del my list 2. See what happens. And print my list for output. Yes, it has deleted a character n. For deleting multiple items, let's say 1 steric 2, 1 colon 2, yes, it has deleted an O. And for deleting an entire list, other than indexing, just do it. Array name my list is not defined. Yes. Why error occurs? Because through this statement, my list has been deleted, and when compiler has deleted the list, after that, when it comes to the line number 4, when there was a print statement was created, then it gave an error that the list has been deleted and no element like my list has present in your directory. We can use remove method to remove the given item or pop method to remove an item at the given index. The pop method removes and returns the last element if an index is not provided. This helps us implement list as tags, first in last out data structures. We can also use the clear method to empty the list. See, there are many methods to clear or delete elements from your list. For example, we have a list. If I use a remove n and after it print my list, yes, it has removed n. Or if I use a pop, see what happens. It has removed the last element, that is I. Other than pop, if I use a clear, yes, it has cleared the list. Finally, we can also delete items in a list by assigning an empty list to a slice of elements. I hope you have understood the concept of listing. For more query, please comment below, like the video and subscribe to Code with Sony. Thanks for watching the video.